to all of you. Today, let's talk about the spiritual counseling aspect of Buddhism. So, I coined the term clinical Buddhist monk, and perhaps I'm the one and only in the entire world that has that designation. Okay. So, what are we doing in spiritual counseling in Buddhism for you guys? So, I went to Ecker College for 4 years in counseling psychology. And so I applied cognitive behavioral therapy, cognitive behavioral education, in conjoining with Eastern philosophy, which is the teachings of the Buddha, for all of you. When we're in this spiritual Buddhist counseling, right, I have to say spiritual counseling because I'm not a LCSW yet, going back to school for it. I am examining your mind. No different than when you go to the doctor's office and they're actively examining your body, your ear, your nose, tongue, okay? Skillfully, I'm looking for attachment. Skillfully, essentially, I'm looking for the three poison that all of us have as humans, which is excessive desire, we call that greed, excessive anger, right? Sometimes there's hatred in your heart. Because not everyone has a perfect life. Not everyone have a perfect parents, upbringing, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the circumstances may be in your life, in your particular life, for the specific individual that you are. And then the third thing is ignorance of the Four Noble Truths. I mean, we go to the doctor because we didn't go to medical school, we didn't graduate medical school, and we're not board certified. So the two first ailments is a direct result of ignorance of the Four Noble Truths, which is fine. I mean, I was too ignorant back in the day. All of us are subject to ignorance of the Four Noble Truths. That's why the Buddha came along to teach us the Four Noble Truths. So I'm looking for that when we are talking, and buying through the design of my questions, all of you guys are like, oh, okay. And your job is to be honest, so I can figure out where you're at, meet you guys at the level that you are. So anyways, that's how it works. And it's like an hour. And based upon what you guys tell me, I come up with recommendation and advice. And typically it includes a lot of reading on cognitive behavioral therapy by Wilson and Branch, CBT for Dummies by Wilson and Branch. That book changed my life. That should be the first if there's existence of depression and anxiety that I can detect. And then followed by the Life of Buddha, because if you want to learn the teachings, you need to know who the man is, the one and only historical Gautama Buddha. Life of Buddha Biography of Sakyamuni by Hee Young, and then Life of Buddha according to the Pali Canon by Nyanamoli. Okay, so you have these prescribed readings, and then when it's right, I give you guys instructions on mindfulness of the breath, anapanasati, and followed by down the road vipassana. So for those who are new to me, now you get to hear for the first time in your life clinical Buddhist monk. And the word clinical means that it needs to have clinical benefits, scientific clinical benefits that you can see and feel for yourself. A lot of religion or philosophies out there really doesn't have any clinical benefits. I've got 19 years of clinical experience as a medical interpreter, okay, serving all areas of law and medicine as an interpreter. So I've seen thousands of patients. I've heard thousands of stories to come up with these ingenious ways to help you all alleviate mental suffering. It should be noted that I am not an LCSW, even though I'm going back to school and subsequently wanting to get my LCSW. I am not LMHC. I am not a psychologist. I am not a psychiatrist. And I may not be substituted for actual medical professionals to treat especially severe mental health issues. So if that rises to the level of actual clinical concerns, then I will tell you you need to use your health insurance and get with a therapist, doctor, psychologist, psychiatrist to address the things that need to be addressed, especially if I believe that you are at risk of suicidal ideation or homicidal ideation, things that are of emergency psychological issues. But I do welcome the general public to trying out spiritual counseling. I teach for free, consistent with the Theravadan Order, School of the Elders. And if you would like more information on Buddhism, buddhanet.net is a wonderful, reputable resource for you all to read on the Four Noble Truth and to discover School of the Elders, how we do things. I just want to take this moment to address that and welcoming a lot of new followers on Instagram. It's a lot of you merging over. So until the very next time, take care.